Hey guys, it's Rob the Jersey Spider, and as you can see, do a little pan here. We got a little bit of snow last Sunday. Now, the last video I posted was on Saturday of last week, and Sunday the snowstorm hit. We got about 10 inches. I mean, some of it's melted so far, but we got a long way to go, and the temperatures are not going to be going above freezing but one day this week. Everything else it's going to be cold. It's going to be in the single digits to teens on the overnights. So, yeah, it's pretty cold. This isn't going to melt for a while. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a follow-up to my previous video. I spoke about the positives and the negatives, pros and cons of the Can Am Spyder. And today I'm going to point them out specifically, not riding the motorcycle, but pointing them out to you guys to show you the good and the bad. So let's do it. Okay, so let's do an overview. We'll just do a walk around. As you can see, like I mentioned in my last video, it does, right? Kind of looks like an F1 supercar from the front. Pretty sharp. So do a little walk around here. Now again, mine is a 2022 RT Limited in carbon black chrome. Now the last I saw, they still made a carbon black, but they turned the chrome into like this, I don't know what you call it, like a matte finish. And to be honest with you, the chrome looks a lot better than the matte finish. The matte finish to me looks a little, I don't want to say cheesy, but I just like the chrome a lot better. Okay, so this video actually, I'm going to say it's going to be more for people that are not super familiar with the Can Am Spyder, but are considering maybe buying one in the future, or just interested in it, that really don't understand how some of the things work on it. So let me show you the lights on it. Turn that on. Okay, so again, I installed the driving light there, fog light, whatever you want to call it there, that I installed. The lights on these, there's the accent lights. You can see right there. There's accent lights on it. Headlights on it up there. It also has the additional accent light on the frunk, and it's got the directional lights, blinkers on the fenders. Have the third brake light, and then the two running brake lights there. Now, if you recall one of my videos for this, I installed the pulsating module. So when you hit the brake, it flashes 3 times. That flashes 3 times. And it's for safety reasons. It's I love it. It was simple to install. You can watch my video on that and how to do that. So it's pretty cool. So the other thing I was talking about in the last video was I was speaking of the lights. So these lights, they're just merely stick-on reflectors. They are actually a solid reflector, but they're just a reflector. And again, these are just sticker reflectors. So Can Am, can you actually make those things light up? Would be pretty nice. And then I'll call them the saddlebags again. This is just merely a reflector. Now again, for any of these, you can go aftermarket and you can get these to light up, but in my opinion, they should come from the factory like that. So I'll put up on the screen shortly all the specs of this. That'll include the horsepower of it, which is 115, how many feet-pounds of torque it is, and the dimensions of it and so forth, so you guys can see. Again, like I said, this is maybe for people that are considering buying one of these, that don't know anything about them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so something else I did, if you didn't see the video, I installed these wheels. They're not the factory wheels. I did not like the factory wheels. So those are an upgrade. So these have Brembo brakes, and like I said in my last video, the brake rotor there, they tend to warp over time. Why? I don't know. I believe the rotors are made by Brembo, so I don't know why that's an issue, but it is an issue with them. So that's a problem. Other thing that I spoke in the other video, I'll show you. So now, the trunk stays open, no problem. But there's a shock in here, and the shock from the factory fail, and then this does not stay up. So, like I said in my last video, I replaced that, and very important. And then the seat shock fails. Failed twice on me, so I upgraded that. Let me show you that. Okay, so the seat shock failed twice on me. So instead of that, let's see if we can get a picture of this here. We can do this single-handedly here because it won't stay up. I have, if you can see it, there's that flip-up bar, and that holds the seat up so that you can get to the fuel fill on the gas tank. Perhaps when they remodel these, they will wind up putting, all you do is lift it up, push it down, and if the seat falls again, they will consider when they remodel these maybe putting the fill, like the F3 Spyders have, up top here again instead of under the seat. Would be a little more convenient to fill it up at the pump. So yeah, that's one of the two shocks, pistons, whatever you want to call them, that I replaced on this. So I did install the Walkaround Ultimate Sway Bar, as you can see in there. And one of my videos, I also indicate how I don't think it's installed correctly because that is completely flush with it, with the bar right there, and it shouldn't be. The hanger should be in a little bit, the bar should be sticking out a little bit. But anyway, like I said, right out of the box, these things handle fantastic, but I chose to improve the sway bar on this, which to me improved the handling quite a bit. Again, not that it was bad, but it just improved it quite a bit, especially around turns and so forth. So the 2020s through the 2023s had this display. However, in 2024, I believe it was, they upgraded the display to a larger display that integrated Apple CarPlay, and which they had problems with in the beginning. I don't know if they're still having problems with it. I know they did get it working, but I don't know if there's still little gremlins with it or not. But this display is fine.
I have zero problems with it. I think it's nice and clear, and I'm happy with it. So the differences between the 20 to 2023s
and the 24s to 26s is they changed the setup with this, which another complaint I had I didn't bring up. The mode button, the parking brake button, these two, and maybe the volume button. Not all of these light up at night. And if you don't remember, again, muscle memory, which is which on this, you can't see in the dark to shut the mode off because you have to do that. I'm trying to look at this point. You got to hit that mode button. But not everything lights up on it. So they changed the configuration with this and how you put it in reverse. They changed that in 2024. But so the screen, the setup with the controls, and I believe maybe just on the Sea to Sky, they did add a backup camera. Those were the big changes in 2024 to 2026. They did those upgrades. So comfort features on these are creature comforts, would be the heated grips on the motorcycle. And like I said, if you are barehanded and you have them on high, they burn after a while. And then, of course, I mentioned the heated seat. And then that's the cheap Temu seat pad I put on there. Again, more so for the summer. It does add a little bit of comfort, but even without it, the seats are still very comfortable. But I got that more for the summer so that the vinyl seat here, which bakes in the sun, gets very hot. This doesn't get that hot. But again, for the winter time, I should take this off when I ride because you don't really feel the heat from the seat as much with this on. You feel it a little bit, but it's a lot more intense with just a seat and not that on. So I'm going to be taking that off till the summer. And also, if you folks don't know, for the rear passenger, it also has a heated seat, high and low, and it's got the heated grip for the passenger. Now, my wife won't ride on this thing, so if she did, I would wind up getting the armrests that you can get from, well, they make aftermarket. I probably would get the factory ones. They integrate probably the best because it kind of locks you in when you're sitting back there. But from what I understand, it's a pretty comfortable spot to be. But so far, I've had nobody on the back of this thing. So guys, as I'm speaking, I apologize for the road noise. I mentioned before, I live on a very busy road, and I'm doing the best I can here. Hopefully it's not picking up too much of the sound. So the other issue that I've brought up, or another issue I brought up, is with the windshield. So currently, the windshield is in a down position. You turn the key on, and the windshield goes into an up position to where I had it when I shut it off last time, which most of the time I keep it in the utmost up high position. So now when you turn the key off, Give it a little second here. The windshield starts going down on its own. So that's what I was talking about the up, down, up, down, up, down with the windshield. And that eventually, I don't know if it's going to want to be in a problem with the motor.
In the future, I don't know, but time will tell.
So the motorcycle comes with 6 speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's got a lot of speakers. It's AM, FM, Bluetooth, which I Bluetooth my music to it all the time. The sound is okay. I did buy like a year or so ago, I think actually it was Christmas of 2024, I got an upgraded set of speakers for these, but there's no directions on how to take the dashboard apart. And if anybody has a little video on how to do that so I can get the speakers in, that would be fantastic, because they're still sitting in the garage because I can't figure out, you can't just, I know how to take these panels out, that's no big deal, the panels come out no problem, but you got to kind of have to take the dashboard apart to get the new speakers in. And if anybody, again, I would appreciate it if anybody has a video and can send me a link for that, if they know how to do that. Right now I haven't been able to find anything on it. I did get them from Sling Mods. They discontinued the speakers, and they did have a video, but it was only for the F3. It was not for the Spyder RTs and RTLs on how to take the dashboard apart. So that was useless for me. The sound is okay. I mean, it's satisfactory. It's loud, but I just wanted to make it maybe perhaps a little more bass or what have you, because it's okay. It's average. It's not. I wouldn't say it's great, but certainly loud enough while you're riding to hear it, and loud enough that you don't have to blast it so the whole world hears what you're listening to. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So that's the stock exhaust that comes with it. I know a lot of people upgrade it. I'm fine with it. It's not loud. Again, it's a touring motorcycle. If I wanted a real loud motorcycle, I would have gotten a Harley 3-wheel, like I mentioned before. Maybe I would have gotten a 2-wheel. I don't know. But I'm fine with it. It's very quiet. It's comfortable. And I'm very, very happy with it. So another little addition I've done a while ago is this convex mirror. As far as how well does it work for riding and seeing your blind spots, it's okay at best. I don't know if I would purchase it again. And to be honest with you, I mentioned it before, there's a suction cup that holds it to the dashboard there. I've cleaned the dashboard. I have it pushed down, and it's got a mechanism that you turn to lock it into place. I'll still come out, and the thing has come undone from the dashboard, and it slides down into the windshield. And if you're not paying attention, and the windshield starts to go up when you put it on, it starts crushing that mirror between the windshield and the dashboard, and you got to really pay attention to that. So would I get this thing again? Would I get that again? I probably wouldn't, and it wasn't cheap. It was about $60. At first I liked it, now I'm like, but I keep it on there anyway. So there's a gentleman by the name of Sean Smokes, Smooks. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's a repairman for Can Am. He's up in Canada. Great channel. You guys got to check it out. It's a really good channel. Check his out. But he indicated he took a 26 out for a ride. I believe it was a 2026 he took out. And he said something changed with them. He says the transmission was a lot smoother on them. It just seemed like it had a little bit more power, and it rode better. So I don't know what changes they've done, but according to him, they've done something, which is great news. So maybe that's the improvements they're going to start doing with the chassis and the engine and what have you for the upcoming new model, whenever that does come out. I've heard rumor it's actually going to be 2028, not 2027. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm very excited about that when it happens. And again, I apologize for the noise in the background. I don't know how this is going to come out with that machine working. But I appreciate you all joining me again. Thank you, all my followers, subscribers, everybody. Thank you so much. Again, if you give me a little thumbs up and a subscription to this channel, I would appreciate it. It helps me out a little bit. So thank you guys, and be safe, healthy, happy. Have a great time riding out there, even though it's 24 degrees out today again. So bundle up. You can still do it. Have a good time. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Take care.